Hey, welcome, guys. It is Wednesday night, August 13th, in preparation for Thursday, August 14th. Before we jump into the markets here, look, this is a sneak peek at the weeklies here that we've, moved above these levels here, held that level and continue to move back up for now on the weekly basis. But before we jump into that, we're in the middle of reading the Roy W. Longstreet Viewpoint of a Commodity Trader. Um, and the next chapter is a time to rest. There is a time to plan, a time to do, a time to stop, a time to rest. Do you ever find yourself in the position where the things you are doing are pushing you, where you are afraid to stop trading for fear that you will miss a grand opportunity? If so, there is danger that you are near the point of no return, compulsive trading. We term it trade-itis, trading for the sake of trading. This often leads to trading fatigue. I have known very successful traders who were afraid to take a vacation for fear that something important would happen. Eventually, they lost their touch. One such individual is reported to have lost more than $4 million over the past 5 years. When faced with such a situation, it's time to ask yourself two fundamental questions. First, is this the only opportunity that will ever come my way? Second, is this such a great opportunity that, and I'm sorry, if this is such a great opportunity, am I mentally, physically, and financially prepared to take full advantage of it? If the answer to either is no, then it is time to stop and rest. It's time to let the soul catch up with the body, to give yourself the chance to think a little clearer, to plan a little better. I have done just that, or rather, I have made the attempt. While these attempts are not always successful, I believe this one was. I have spent 3 weeks in Europe contacting people who are well informed on the fats and oils and the soybean situation throughout the world. I must admit, some feeling of guilt about having missed the drop in July's soybeans and the weakness in the meals, but feel confident that there will be many more such moves in the period ahead. As of now, I can say with assurance that I am ready for them when and if they do come. And what is important is I will be doing the pushing. I have had the time to do a little relaxed thinking. I like that. So, when you're ready to push and get in there and push, 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 sometimes it's good to take that break. Take that little mental break, that little let your soul catch up with your mind and body, before we jump back in and keep pushing. So I like that. It goes into some of the conversations we've had in the past. All right. Next chapter is on distractions. Speaking of being distracting, Greg, distractions. An associate suggested this subject. He is a successful, experienced trader. During his early struggle, he found himself beset by so many possibilities that he became distracted by them. He owes his success to speculation. His specialty is soybeans, only on the long side. Some by nature are suited to the bullish side. Some produce best as bears. Others can produce best as spread traders. George G. and Dan C. came to visit us. They are successful brokers. One specializes in hedging and the other in spreading for profits for tax advantages. Each, in his own way, has found the activity that best suits his skills. Each has developed his God given gift as any other artist would do. Down through time has come this truth: a bull sometimes makes money, a bear sometimes makes money, but a pig never does. Uh, Balthazar Gracian, a Spanish Jesuit, wrote 300 years ago: prize intensity more than extent. The best is always few and rare. Extent alone never rises above mediocrity. It is the misfortune of universal genius that that in attempting to be at home everywhere are so nowhere. Intensity gives eminence and rise to the heroic in matters sublime. I kind of interpret that as, you can't do everything. Man's nature has changed little over the centuries. All right, that's the end of that chapter. Let's go one more chapter here. It's on concentration. Mr. T would like to become a great commodity trader, the kind of trader who can take 100,000 and pyramid it into 1 million and know that he can do it again. He has the tools in terms of the desire and the knowledge, but like most of us, is slowly losing his powers of concentration. Pardon me. By dividing time between too many things. Too many traders assume that one can be a concert pianist and a museum painter simultaneously. Trading is an art. To be great, it requires the same concentrated effort as any other art. Concentration means the ability to control your attention and your focus on it on a given problem. I'm sorry. Concentration means the ability to control your attention and focus it on a given problem until you have solved it. It means complete self-mastery. The constant switching of attention can eventually destroy the power to concentrate on anything for more than short periods. This is not sufficient time to find the little things that are vital. It's the thing that you learn after you think that you know it all that really counts. Concentration in commodity trading means thinking. It means planning. It means time out to meditate, time out to investigate, to research, to analyze, to evaluate, and to select. Too many traders simultaneously result in being a jack of all trades, but master of none. If you feel there is merit in diversification, then know there is also danger. Too often, all goes wrong simultaneously. This challenges one's stress point. Compulsive trading may become a habit. It often leads to carelessness. If there is an offsetting profit, one is tempted to fight the market in the loss trade. Wishful thinking is always a possibility. The danger is the gradual deterioration of your ability to concentrate. This usually occurs so gradually but progressively that one is not aware of it until it is too late. It is your choice to choose between the frantic, ant-like activities of the average and below average trader, or the serene, leisured, but more productive heights of the above average trader. The art of concentration can help you become a great trader. Knowledge of the art alone is insufficient. It must be practiced. And I kind of tie that into our daily report cards. What did I learn? What am I working on today? What do I need to continue to work on? Those kind of things. So, all right, let's jump in here on the weekly picture. As I pointed out, like I said, we found this support here, the prior highs, came back, pushed through it, came back, tested it, and now we're moving back up. So we got to keep that picture in mind on the weekly picture. On the daily picture, I've got we are now 6 days on this new extended run up of this wave 6. 6 days up. I had the 64.81 mark for something that I measured in there before. I do not recall what, but it's interesting that we closed just above that today. So I'm going to kind of keep an eye on that zone there. Today is also the second PF3, these pink dots on top. So this is the second day of PF3, but it's also an NR7 after a breakout from 2 NR7s that we had back here. So, this is a pause-like day, and it will show as a doji on the SPY. I'll show you that in here in just a moment. This pause today, this NR7, can lead to a larger move. I'm not calling a direction, but I have some just general observations I want to show. So let's look on the internals here on the SPY. You can see that down here on the SPY, it just shows as that doji today. So that, like I said, after having 2 NR7s back here, then a breakout, this doji, like I said, can lead to a bigger move. All right, I'm going to pull over the 65,000 tick chart here. Take a glance at that. So I had this here that we were making that move down. This was the Keltner channel reversal here this morning, where we closed outside this upper Keltner channel, then closed back down. I was looking at this as sideways consolidation for that new push down to come down to the moving average or below. Instead, we found that support that Dustin, Buddy, and I were talking about there at the end of the day. Kind of found that support there, bounced off of this zone, and made a move back to the upside. Now, this with this slow line still coming down, it is interesting. So I measured from this high down to this low, and 61.8 comes in at 64.88. Well, we exceeded that a little bit, but as of right now, we're back down below it. So, this could have been that push back up to the 61.8% retracement, and then a move down to not only touch this Keltner channel, the mid Keltner channel, but possibly even go a little bit below it. I only say that because we've got some gaps down below that we'll get to here in just a moment. The 120-minute chart. So on this 120, what did I have here? Or on the 61.8, no, 68.50, yeah. So the 68.50, that's what I was showing. That was those prior highs there. We did find support off of that, you know, and we were moving back up in there. Moved up, came back down, tested it again, and then kind of moving up. So far, again, that retracement up to 61.8 retracement of this, it appears to be putting in a little bit of a lower high, but we're going to keep an eye on that tomorrow. However, you notice down here on the slow line of the LBR 310, we actually did make a higher high on the slow line of the LBR 310. That would support more of the weekly picture of more upside. However, you know, this price structure here and that Keltner channel reversal kind of, you know, leads me to believe that we'll make that move down first. The gap chart, let's pull over the gap chart here. So I just want to watch here where we will open tomorrow. So we did fill this gap here today. You know, came down here, filled that gap almost to the T there, then started that move back up. We closed up here at 87. Currently, prices are trading down here at 82. So prices are currently trading down here towards the bottom of this green candle here on a 15-minute basis. So, you know, we'll watch that. We do have, oops, I don't know what there. Let's get rid of that, I guess. We do have these couple other gaps below here. You know, so we'll keep an eye on that, see if we make a move back down to come down and fill any of those gaps. And then, of course, we have some older ones from earlier. On the VIX, on the internals here. So I'm going to watch this 1470. This 1470 zone was that prior lows that we hit back here. Hit that 1470, came down, closed right in that area yesterday, and then today we closed back below that. So I'm going to watch that 1470. If we're back above this 1470, then I may be looking to short this thing because that's showing that the VIX is moving back up. If we're below today's close, you know, we closed here at 1450, basically 1449. If we're below that, then that still bodes for, you know, potentially looking long. In between there, you know, just caution. We could just have some morning chop if we are in between there. So that's all I've got for tonight, guys. Thank you for listening. Trade safe. Tomorrow is Thursday. So let's, like I said, trade safe. Let's continue to help one another. I do like the review that we went over today. Possibly go back in and do that again. So, all right, talk again soon.